We need many players in the renewable energy industry from both Europe, Africa, America, everywhere to come in because of the size. And but you see, most of the time, because of the perceived risk in the country, every player wants a kind of like de-risking instrument. So while we have this kind of DRS program as a de-risking instrument, result-based financing program, it helps to bring commercial minded developers in. And once you're a commercially minded developer as a social entrepreneur, you provided impact programs, but at the same time your business has a sustainability and the growth plan to be able to do stuff. Yeah, for our transition in Nigeria, for green energy transition, in terms of knowledge from Denmark, number one is planning. It's amazing what Denmark has achieved in green economy, in terms of green energy. So it would be lovely to know how it was planned. It would be lovely to know how the step-by-step process was laid out. We will also want to know how it was implemented. We want to know how it was funded, you know. Then we want to know how it was sustained. So those are the knowledge gaps that we want to be able to fill with partnership with, Denmark. We want to have capacity building because it's great. You've gone through it. It would be great to have the technology transfer and capacity transfer to a country. It would be great to have a setup of factories, industries producing those equipment, the green equipment in Nigeria, lithium batteries and other stuffs. We have the raw materials. We have the lithium, we have the wafers, we have everything you need. And if Denmark has the know-how to convert, and we have the natural resources, a marriage will create a miracle. I think we can have some form of, trade engagements and events and activities. You know, the practical start one is always like having trade delegation trips. We could have, trade delegation trips of Nigerian rescos to Denmark. We can have trade delegation trips of Denmark renewable energy players, to Nigeria. You know, then we have conversations, we network, we answer questions. We can bring the financial institutions into these activities and to these events. Then we jointly look at projects that we can engage in together and we engage in it. I've never been a fan of just having talks and meetings. As the president of the Renewable Energy Association of Nigeria, I want to see projects. So for me, it's projects. It's not just having meetings and drinking coffees. And in Nigeria, we have the landmass, we have the space, we have the people, we have the need. So why can't we just come together and say, hey, this is what we want to achieve? What is going to stop us? What are the challenges? Where do we need the government? We have inroad to government from the association as the aggregator. REAN has over about 400 members. We are the aggregator for the Renewable Energy Association players. So we need to identify what the challenges could be. And one by one, we solve them. And once we solve them, we make the gigawatt happen.